It's been called one of the most important jobs of our time, but school districts are finding it more and more difficult to not only hire qualified teachers, but to get them to stay. Jamie Perez shows us how a task force at UW-Madison is trying to find solutions and what some of our own teachers are suggesting we do to fix it.
Pick a two-digit number.
For the past 21 years, adding numbers has been Jennifer Murphy's specialty.
Find the sum of 78 and 87.
In this small class she teaches at UW-Madison, she can do what she loves every day.
It's just like a step-by-step thing for students.
But this small class represents a bigger equation that she and many other teachers in our country are working to solve.
I can vividly remember having to really sift through applicant upon applicant for jobs, and now we have jobs that go unfilled.
Something that contributes to the reason why Jennifer's class is so small. These are her only students looking to become teachers.
There are so many things being pulled on teachers, so many extra demands that are even beyond the scope of our administrators in our buildings. The teachers are really struggling with how to put up boundaries, what to say no to, what they can and can't say no to, and just how to navigate all of that while keeping their own mental health and well-being at the same time.
The University of Wisconsin system put together a task force team to find possible solutions.
Over the last 10 years, the UW systems and colleges of education have seen a dramatic decrease of student enrollment in teacher education programs.
Deb Curve helps lead the task force efforts alongside Diana Hess, who's the Dean of Education here at UW-Madison. Together, they are leading the effort to combat the teacher shortage here in Wisconsin. And what they found is felt by teachers everywhere.
And teachers are concerned about coming out of college, having student loan debt in many cases, and then having relatively low salaries.
But salary and student loans are just part of the problem. Jennifer said she's spoken to a number of teachers who have said the other issues include poor work conditions, unsupportive administrators, short staffing related stress, and a lack of qualified applicants.
It is really hard, or even more overworked and overburdened and overstressed. So less positivity happens as a result.
Jennifer says while she wants to see more teachers being hired, she wants to make sure they are right for the job.
I don't want to feel like we're convincing people they should go into teaching. It's not a profession that I want to feel like we're dragging someone into. But if people are feeling a calling to teach, what is it that's holding them back?
Diana Hess said it could be how the public views teaching as a profession.
Feeling that they don't always have the support they need from parents and the public.
A problem Jennifer says could make teachers feel like they're in a profession that has little value to the rest of the world.
I think it's because they care so much. They care so much about the work. Sorry. Yeah, it's the opposite. And they feel like they can't do enough.
Despite all these issues, there are still people who want to go into this field. One of Jennifer's own students, Andrew Close, is one of them.
So even though it is exhausting so many days of the week, there's nothing that can beat a moment when you just see a light bulb go off in a student's head.
Andrew is entering a field he knows is suffering, but says it's the teachers who have impacted his life in such a meaningful way that have inspired him to do this.
Teachers in my life that just took time to care about me, offer additional support outside of class time, and just be great role models in my life.
The people make it worth it for Andrew and Jennifer and many others. Although salary is part of the solution, Jennifer says that may not solve the bigger problems that teachers face.
I worry sometimes when public perception is that teacher salary is going to fix everything, because it really isn't. There's a lot of other variables at play here that make teaching and working in schools challenging right now, that just teacher salary alone is not a sufficient fix.
So what is a sufficient fix? Well, that's something the task force is still trying to answer. But for now, the numbers don't lie. And until something can add up, they'll continue to look for a solution.
Okay, so so it doesn't work for the second iteration, so do it again.
In Madison, Jamie Perez, News 3 Now.
So 726 plus 600.
The task force that is doing this study says if you would like to give feedback into possible solutions to the teacher shortage, they are welcoming public comment on their website until mid-May. A link to that will be on our website, and their goal is to have a full report out by June. We do have